Hello guys, good morning. So welcome back to our channel guy and I hope you subscribe already and so you will be notified of there's upcoming video. So today guys I will show to you how we are going to implement an Angular multi-select drop-down box. Because we have a requirement in our project that it will be a drop-down box but it allows the user to select more than item. So as you can see in my screen guys, so I have will be connecting to the API. So this is my first this is my ESP.NET Core Web API project. So I already what I will show you first the database, the table that we're gonna query for the data. Alright, so I have created here a minute. I'm opening my SQL Server database. So as you can you see in my screen, I will put in my this one. So this is my external monitor. So here's the database for the project, guys, and what we are going to get for the list of data that we are going to display in the drop down in our Angular is the department. Yeah, department. So this is the lookup table. So we just display this in a drop down. So we have 5 records here, right? So in my API, I already have my controller department. So basically, it will just uh, get a list of department. So since we already have our implementation for the data access layer, for example, how we get the records from our database. So it's a unique work then department that get all this is the method. So it's already done. So we are just going to create the API endpoint, this one. So when we display it here from our Swagger, you can see I have already a lot of API endpoint here. But since I am the one also doing in the front end, so it's all of my control. Okay, so the department is here, so I have not added yet the other one. So I'll just create the endpoint, so whatever I will need. So let me try this out. You can now physically get the records from the department table, you can see. So this one we are going to display it in our Angular. All right, so we'll keep this alive and we'll go to our Angular. So this is our Angular client. So first we are going to serve it in ng-serve.0 or it will package our Angular client and you can see the yeah, so this is now our project, guys. So what we are going to demonstrate now is the drop down multi-select. Okay, so we just go to the drop down multi-selects. So this is the select department. This is what I'm talking about. In our records we have 5. So we display here in the drop down and the user can select all or unselect all or you just select 2. So it has a drop down list with multi-select. Alright, as well as in the select services, it's just the same like that. Okay, so my design here is after the user can select this, I just basically save it in a table and I just put it in a comma delimited. So for example, if they are selected, it will be saved in one field, but it's comma delimited. Okay, so that's my logic. So it depends on what you are going to do. It depends on the requirement as well. So now, how we do it? First thing and foremost, guys, I have used, I have found a documentation. Uh, this one. Maybe you can refer this also. So this is a component Angular multi-select dropdown. So this is an Angular multi-select drop-down component for web application. So it's easily to integrate and use. And of course, I able to implement it in my project. So first, as you can just follow the instruction here. So you have to install the multi-select drop-down. Then you have to include that in your module app module.ts. After that, you have to import that in your import the multi-select drop-down module. And then in your class, you can just uh, do like this, but this is a hard-coded collection. Mine is coming from the API. Right? So, and then I allow it to save it. So there are lots of setting here that you can follow. So it depends on what you need. So basically, uh, we are able to implement it in our project. So I will show you how I did it. So of course I follow that instruction, and then now I put it in my add request component. So I'll find it here, the HTML for the department. I think this one. Okay. So this is the involved department. So you can find here multi-select drop down. I put a placeholder select department. The setting, department drop down setting. And my data, the collection that will be looked here is the department list. And ng-model will be the department selected. So this is the variable that will hold once you select or the user select the department. If they select two, so it will select two and it will become a delimited. Okay, and then we have the event here on select, so it will have our event method or function on item selected department. So what will show to you that according to the component instruction in app module, we import this one in the multi-select drop-down. Of course, you have to install it first. Okay, so it will be available in your packages. Then after that, in our where we put the drop-down in our TypeScript code, so you can see here that I have file it here because there are lots of already here. So this is my first time that I use Angular 15, basically Angular. So I have not, I mean, my code is not good to see. So I need to refactor it next time. But my goal is just to be able to deliver or to be able to have the functionality. All right, so I can have here this is the department list uh, collection. So I just this I department, this is the entity, or in C sharp it's the entity, but this I department is I put it in my model, so I don't include an ID, so I just put a department itself. So if you want, you can put anything. So I just define department as one field here, and this will hold the collection. So I just initialized it into an array, an empty list array. So this department list, as you can see here, this is the one, the data. So it is the collection of data that will be displayed. All right. So how we put that department list? So of course we have to query from our services. So that is why we have imported here in our constructor the department services. So we created the department services. We have here in our services. Uh, yeah, oh, I have here department. No, this one. Department services. So basically, I just query get CTP post. So API department list. So that's coming from our .NET Core Web API. Okay. So we use HTTP client and of course the base URL here in the environment. And then we go back to our component of the add request where we get where we put the drop down. So as you can see here, uh, in my on in my inject on it, I already load this department. So we will go to this function. So basically, yeah, this is just querying to our department service where we get the API point, the list of data. And since it's observable, so we need to subscribe, because if you will not subscribe it, then you cannot get back the response. So after you subscribe, this is next is a variable here. And this is now your collection variable, department list, and then we just assign the value that is being pitched. All right. So that's it. And then, of course, we have all other setting here. For example, this department drop-down setting. So you can also find it here, the department drop-down setting in the ng it. So this is my department drop-down setting. So the text file will be the display, and the drop-down list is department. So it should be matched with what you define in your class or interface. And I single selection I just put in the false because I need to select multi-select. And the department list, the variable, the default variable is just empty. You can put a default variable, but for me, I just put that as empty. And when we run this, uh, yeah, when we run this, so the display will be the select department. If you want to have a default value, you can set you can set from there. Okay, so when we select it, oh, it's not running, it's loading. Maybe our API, or what's the problem here? You can just inspect it. What's the problem? Why it's not running? I think our API is it's on hold. So we need to just a breakpoint here. So we just need to continue it. Okay. So this is why we can see here now, guys. We can select the data which is coming for our reference table, the one that I showed earlier here. So this is basically the records or the data that we want to have it here. So a user can select, unselect, and all the requirement is just to select multi-select. So I select two. So this will be saved in our database as well when I click the submit here, and I click the submit. As you can see that I will create a new request, and then it will save to our database. The department is in the department table, so we can just no, this is the reference table, but the after the user the select, it will be saved in the here. There is a department field from our request table. So that's basically how I design, but it's up to you. So if you can see this, uh, it's not department. What's the field name? Yeah, it's only department. So as you can see, this I think this is the one. So we select two and just in the comma delimited. So I just save it like that. So how I do it in my Angular code. So as you can see here in our component here, on select, it's mean a single select. We have a method here on select department passing an event $event. So in our TypeScript, there is an on select here, on select department, a variable of type any item. So I said specifically push the item to the collection department selected. And you also have here if you all select all. So you have on select all department method or function in our TypeScript. So this is the same. So we just post the item. So this department selected variable will now hold the items that you are selected from the drop down. So when I add the request, so I just basically transfer it into an array. For example, this one, department, create a new array. and then I loop the department selected length, and from that area I push the department selected passing the I, because maybe it have a lot of selection, so by the name department. So that way this department is already in array, so I can just join it and just like that. So I hard to I the request data the department is the department that join, then I put comma, so it will be saved by comma delimited. If you want to change another delimited like that, so you can just change it here. So that's how I do it. When I got the data, then it's your call on what you are going to do with that data. So basically, yeah, I just so this is my project, so I did a lot of things here already, so it's very satisfying, because if it's your first time, it may be hard, but it will be satisfying once you've done it. So in the next project, just so easy already, because you already implemented it, right? So, for example, there I also have a drop down here, and there's requirements that another drop down will come up when you select a certain item here. For example, if you select EDI sit up, another drop down will come up, which is this one. You can select the sub type here. If you are not going to select that, it will be hidden. So something like that, guys. So there are lots of things that I can show to you. So in my next video, maybe I can show also how we, yeah, if you want to know how to upload files, I already have a video for that. And then, of course, if we upload files, so we can also download it. Yeah, so I have already implemented that. I have here, so you can download files from here. So in the next coming video, I will demonstrate you how to download file. So everything from step by step. So don't forget to subscribe, guys, and hit the bell button, so you will be notified when I upload this upcoming video. For example, for how I implement this download file like this. Alright, so thanks for watching, guys. That's for now. So happy learning. I hope you will learn a lot, and let's learn together. So because this era is now an information era, so you don't need to read the PDF files, read the books. When I was a programmer, I think 2 decades ago, and just started, I really read books, because there's no lots of information yet in the internet. But now there are lots, so we are so thankful to other expert there, uh, uh, posting their experience, their result, or their hard work in YouTube, so you can watch and just implement it by yourself, but and do it, tweak it for your needs. So this is also a way of sharing, because I learn from others to share also. So my part, this video is a lot of purpose, guys. So first thing, this is my uh, like uh, this is my diary, like in YouTube, that I can watch it over and over again how I implement it. And if there's new project that I need some kind of functionality like that, so I can just easily review what I did for the last time. And also, I want also to help others, especially to those as I mean aspiring, or just newbie in development. So, for example, you just want, or even if you are an oldest, or you are already just like me, so I'm already 2 decades in the development. So it's not too late to learn new technology, guys. Nothing. It is just a number. It's just a number, yeah. Yeah, because my story is I came from a DB's football before, so 20 years ago, and the Visual Basic 6.0, and then the ESP Classic, and then .NET Framework comes up. Well, until now, I'm still in the development. because that's my passion. I love it, and yeah, I'm always following what is new and applying it. So right now, Angular is so in the trend. So there are lots of company who are using Angular because it's very good. It's single uh, its application. So this is my first project that I really implemented an Angular application. It's different, guys, if you just study, try it yourself, and then there's no goal, there's no project. But if you have a project, you are really, you have to do it because you need to deliver it. So you have to put an extra hours and extra hard work in order to deliver the project. Okay, but you gain experience, you gain knowledge, so it's not a waste time. So guys, happy learning, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye bye.